There we go. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I present to you Scrub Zero. My apologies for no uploads as of late. It's been busy time at work. And I picked up the second job too, so it's busy over there as well. So this is fun. But I got some time tonight. I didn't watch the Monday night game last night because I need to get to sleep. I didn't even spoil myself. I stayed away from all things. I stayed away from the internet for the most part today. So I got home, watched the game, and I'm very I don't even know what to say about the Giants. Honestly, I don't even know what to say at this point. Um, it's it's honestly it's been awful. Um, it makes no sense. Uh, they've come up short way too many times. Yo, what's up, Felton? I'm just lamenting the state of the Bears that are the New York Football Giants. What's up? Who did it? Oh my goodness, these guys are so bad. And then after I looked at the game, I took a look at some more stuff online. Now I see that Jason Garrett got the boot. Did he deserve it? Yes, but like now, like 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 now, what do you do? Uh, it's crazy. It's I don't even know what to say, man. I'm just disappointed in the team. I'm disappointed in the organization. Uh, it's ridiculous. The refs even tried to help the Giants out early in the game, and the Giants are so bad that they couldn't do it. I couldn't make it, most of it. They got lucky on one pick and tied it up, but after that, that was the game. Well, Daniel Jones is so. My thing was on like his one consistency was inconsistency, and when I've looked at all his games this year, I'm like the best game the dude played, I could only give him a B plus. I could only give him a B plus, which was against the Saints in the overtime win, and I'm like, this dude ain't it. And after watching that game, I'm like whatever hope there may have been. Uh, Listen, I can be proven wrong, but like I have no faith in him. I really don't. Daniel Jones is I have no faith in him no more. It's I don't even know what to say. Oh dang, my bad. But yeah, so I dropped the link. Anyone who wants to pop up, the ants, because that's what they've been playing like. Who they play like the ants? I don't even know what to say. The amount of places I wish to go because maybe someone I think it might be time to just hop on a different team. Just not even bandwagon. Just pick a different team altogether because these guys are really. Eh, like whoever thought that Daniel Jones was the guy, at least to invest as much as they did in him, to the person who thought that was a good idea, like just see, I don't even know what I'm so tired right now. I'm trying to be very mindful of what to say because I'm at the point I'm just ready to just say all kinds of things about anyone and everyone in the organization and not care. I'm like, they go, they might ban me tonight if I get started because I won't stop. And it's either I laugh and just be amazed by how far these guys can fall, or I get mad and just and start going off with all kind of expletives. But the Giants, once again, the running game, they had some moments, but they didn't stick to it. And I know because the thing with Daniel Jones Felton is that he'll have flashes that you're like, oh, he can do this. He'll show some good plays. He'll have a little rhythm going, and then right and just like right at the time that you're like, all right, let's really pick it up. That's when he throws the damn pick or takes the sack for the sack fumble. Dude didn't get sacked all night until late in the game, and dude took 2 sacks, back-to-back plays. The Giants defense. I'll get to the Giants defense in a bit, but the play because at first Jason Garrett was switching up the formations. I'm like, all right, he's doing something. This is pretty cool. And then, but once the Kadarius Toney play didn't work, Jason Garrett went right back to being Jason Garrett. And quite honestly, he's not the only one who didn't make it work, but he's going to be there. He's the first guy on the chopping block. But Daniel Jones, I'm like, they had analysts and a lot of other people saying like, listen, the receivers got to elevate Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones got to elevate the receivers, and the more I think about it, the more I'm like, Daniel Jones really hasn't elevated anyone. He hasn't made anyone better. And in some moments, he's made him work. Kenny Galladay. I don't know who this Kenny Galladay guy is. The guy I saw in Detroit, I saw him for a look. I saw him against the Saints, and that was really it. So I'm like, Daniel Jones is making his guys worse, or maybe he could get certain guys better. But like, he's not the guy. It is bad. I'm losing my mind how bad these Giants are. Now it's gonna be QB making a skill players worse. See, that's exactly what it is. He making them worse. I'm trying to not just. I'm not trying to jump the gun, but at this point, like maybe Freddie Kitchens can do something with this. But I think Daniel Jones is who he is, or to be more precise, who he isn't, which is a bum. Like he is a bum. He is, and who he isn't is your franchise quarterback. And this guy wanted $25 million per year in an extension. Please make a stop. Please tell me comedy hour is over, and we could actually talk some real football. Because Daniel Jones out. To the most high and whatever deities are in this world, please forgive Daniel Jones for his inability to be a franchise quarterback. And the Giants, because how many? I think I have a feeling I'm going to be doing this for a long time. Giants, year after year after. I did not hear about. Well, now kind of had to go. I had to go into my shell just to get through these past 2 weeks or so. I really just need to get through this dang on Christmas season, and we'll be good. But I'll be good as far as availability, I think. But But that sounds very fitting for Baker Mayfield and the Browns. Oh my goodness. That is funny. That is crazy. Like I've seen a little bit of some other stuff going on. We could talk about whatever. I got no problem with the live comments or even someone hopping in. I'm cool with that. But Baker Mayfield being Baker Mayfield. I wish I wish it didn't come to that in Cleveland. But this has been the history of Cleveland. Oh, Uncle Frank, what up? Oh, oh my my team is oh my goodness, they are a mistake. The New York Football Giants, ladies and gentlemen, and anyone else who watches this, are a disappointment to the National Football League. They're a disappointment to New York. They should be banned from playing any more games. They should just forfeit every other game at this point. They I'm not surprised with Skip, but Keyshawn too. Oh my goodness. Man. Uh, Keyshawn. I'm not. That's like nah. Listen, when you don't play well and you come up short, like listen, it whether it's right or wrong, this is what the reality of the situation is. Excuse me. Um, Baker Mayfield was the number one overall pick. People, there's a certain level of expectation that comes with being the number one overall pick, and and quite honestly, he has not lived up to those expectations. The lofty expectations a lot of the pundits had for him, he has not lived up to it. Now, I wouldn't call him a buster. I don't think he's been like that, but he is very limited as far as being a difference maker. His best success is passing the ball 30 or less times and the team being run first. Based let him play off of the run. But the fans booing it. Well, quite honestly, one could say what took so long. But this is the history of Cleveland. Sadly, this is their history, and too many teams in the NFL and sports in general just they just don't know how to get out of their own way. It's crazy. Like it's been so long since I did a stream, I forgot how the heck it worked, but I got it straight now. But man, it's wild. I did not. But what's the Browns' record again? Anyway, let me see. Because I know they're not that bad off. Oh, I'm just making excuses now why he lost. Oh my goodness. Like, what's the Browns' record again? Browns are 6-5 in the AFC North. And somehow they're in last place because of win percent. Oh my goodness, that's so Cleveland. Oh, but Aaron, like, this is what I don't understand with like people like when people whether it's professional athletes or competitive gamers, whatever. When, like Godfall is this too. Like, you can't just take your L. You can't just say, "Listen, I didn't play well." Like You just volunteered this information. Your toe was hurting, bro. Who cares? You were out there. I don't care if it was hurting. You was out there. You played. You lost. I don't know. Either they would be praising him, saying, "Oh, he got through it on a hurt toe," or it'd be like no one would even know about it had they won. So, I don't worry. I don't worry about old Karen Rogers. He'll ice it up. He'll be fine. He'll be back on the field. He'll do what he does until the postseason, and then we'll see what he really made of or not made of. But yeah, I got some catching up to do. I got uh, I got a few days off from UPS before I got to go back, so I can catch up on some stuff. Uh, Man, I got quite a bit to catch up on. Finally a day I can actually. He, and he should, because what what what's really can be said about that? Like, your timing and saying that, bro. So it's Aaron Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers. You know, the very usual. It it's so usual. It's so predictable at this point. It's like I did not. I didn't mind Saquon Barkley draft pick, because really for the Giants, they really weren't in a position to get a quarterback at that spot. They didn't love anyone, so I get that. And Saquon was the best player. I don't think that was the best move to make, because they had so many other holes. I personally would have went with Quentin Nelson. I remember saying that from like before the draft. Like, like I was saying that before the draft. The Giants should get Quentin Nelson. If I saw some of the tape. I'm like, and then I heard what people are saying. I'm like, if he's really on that level, you know what? If there was a guy to take a chance on, it would have been him. Considering the biggest need for the Giants was the offensive line, it wasn't the running back. The quarterback was needed, but it wasn't a dire need compared to what that offensive line has been for the past decade. So so it is what it is. I personally wouldn't have went with Barkley. I understand why they went with Barkley. In and of itself, I wouldn't say it was a bad pick, but I thought that if you weren't going to trade down, the pick to make was ideally, in my opinion, I thought the pick to make was Quentin Nelson. I didn't like Sam Darnold. I saw him as I saw him as a worse version of Eli Manning, as far as he couldn't win you big games, and he's a turnover machine. Eli had his turnovers, but he could make something happen in some games for you. But I'm like, all right, so that he was out. Josh Allen, his accuracy was a question for him. I didn't think the Giants would go for him, especially playing in East Rutherford. Um, Josh Rosen, we all see how that's gone, and the Giants would not have made Lamar Jackson work. Maybe Baker Mayfield had he stuck around, but he was picked number one overall. But Gettleman, that oh man, Gettleman. He's made some good moves, but it's been way more bad than good. It's time for him to go. It's long past time for him to go. Maybe I was too optimistic in saying, "All right, give him a shot," because there was a lot of other Giants fans that were like, "Nah, get rid of this dude." So we'll see. Probably leaning that way because Adoree Jackson. This team can't do the basic things right. They can't block offensively, particularly pass block. Will Hernandez, excuse me. I'll get to that comment, man. Let me just get to this Giant stuff. Will Hernandez has been a disappointment at right guard. He after his rookie season, he's been a bum, and that's putting it mildly. Um, they don't have depth, and actually I was thinking about making a video about the lack of depth in the NFC East in general, and how none of these teams could afford to take injuries, and the Giants got at the worst spot right away at their offensive line. Like there's certain spots that each team couldn't afford to lose depth in, and for the Giants, receiver was okay. Like they could lose a few receivers and be fine, but once the offensive line went, it was over. Same for the linebackers because they don't have depth at linebacker either. So it's been painful. It has been painful to watch. Now, as for the Josh Allen Bills, the other Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, I didn't think I thought Josh Allen wouldn't. I didn't think he'd have the great year like year 3, but I thought he'd be close. He'd be somewhere in between year 2 and year 3. He's looking more like year 1 Josh Allen, which is not good. Like he improved every year from year 1 to year 2, he improved from year 2 to year 3. He took the big jump, but now he's regressed. He's looked awful, and the Bills refuse to run the ball. An interesting thing, one of the groups I'm on Discord, someone mentioned that they only have serviceable backs, the Bills, but in Moss and Singletary. But I'm like, but to me, I'm thinking serviceable backs means run the dang on ball more than you've been running it. Like if I got serviceable backs, that means I could at least run this dang on ball. They serviceable, and when we run the ball, we have success. Why are we not running the ball? All right, because we got to prove Josh Allen's that guy. Oh, and we're like so many other teams. We don't want to commit to the dang on run. As soon as it looks like it's turning south, we done. Or even if it looks like it's doing what, we're gonna put all our faith in the right arm of our quarterback. Oh, that's happening. Knicks and Lakers on TNT. I didn't even realize I was gonna be on TNT. Oh. The Knicks, who I'm done with, and the Lakers, who are bums. Oh, please make it stop. Evan Fournier and his bum self. Along with some bum play from Randall at times, and then deal with basketball a little later, so I'm in the other room. So I'll try to keep an eye on it, but this is football talk right now. But you're right, Felton. Josh Allen and the Bills have disappointed me. They were my Super Bowl pick, and right now they have done everything but pull it, but make themselves look like a Super Bowl contender. How they got ran over by the Colts. And I've had a feeling the Colts will win because of their run game, but dear goodness, I didn't think they'd get done like that. Jonathan Taylor, what, 32 carries, $184, 4 TD? The Bills need help. And so many of these teams need help. But you see, the Bills are going to F around, and the Patriots are going to win the division. Now, the way this is looking. Like they started effing around, and the Patriots just hung in. Like they won't win their games. They took some tough losses, but they hung in. And now look, the Bills are not even the top team in their division. Patriots won their last 5 games. They were 2-4, and now they 7-4. All right, Felton. I appreciate you stopping by, bro. I really do. Thanks for hanging with me for a bit. Thanks to who did it for coming through, even Uncle Frank. Oh man, I don't look like anyone's around today. I mean, Feldman, but like no one's gonna hop in. I might just end it, but let me get back to my thoughts of these blankety blank Giants. Because, like I said, the O line, they took too many injuries. And the guys they got right now, Andrew Thomas coming back from the ankle injury. They still stick with Nate Solder. I don't know why, but the interior is it don't exist, particularly center and right guard. Like Hernandez, it has he has too many mental lapses, and then Skura is just not that. He's if he was playing for like 1, 2, maybe even 3 games, it wouldn't be too bad. He's got to hold it down for the rest of the season. And it's crazy. Ugh. So that's what it'd be like. I'll try to wrap this up then. What was I gonna get to? The line, yeah, they are awful. This is what happens when you're tired and you try to make a video about your team that's just so dang on bad they don't even deserve to be on the field with anyone else because they're just that bad. But the line has played awful. They were definitely awful in last night's game. The receivers, Tony, I like Tony, but he does too much dancing around. He's looking to break every play, and at time, and it actually cost them a first down on one of the drives. I think he ultimately got it back, or was that one that ended up in turnover on downs? I forget. But he does at times he does a little too much dancing around. He just needs to go because he is electric, but I think he does a bit too much moving laterally as opposed to vertically. Galladay he hasn't lived up to the contract. Some of that's him, some of that is health, and then some of that's the quarterback and the offensive coordinator. They haven't put him in positions to really succeed. The tight ends, like they've had some moments, but Ingram is looked like who didn't rank like oh I'm like he hasn't looked great. And the few moments he's looked all right, no rhythm. Like they don't feed him and actually let him get going. The run game, they don't stick with it enough. And the quarterback has been a disappointment because he is a disappointment. Old Danny Dams, Danny Holy L. Jones once again. Congratulations to Danny Holy L. Jones. I appreciate it. I really do. You make you and I make these kind of videos. You just make it so easy. Like it's so easy. I ain't even got to try. Um, who else? Who else I'm thinking of? Come on. All right, defense. Line can't get any pressure. They got a sack late. It was against some Mike Glennon, which kind of just emphasizes the whole like all of the New York Giants season. It really just emphasizes how bad a team they are as far as the pass rush. The run defense hasn't been good. I think the line plays really hurt without Dalvin Tomlinson. I think it's really hurt without him as far as running pass. I see him more notably in the run, but I've seen it some in the past too, in the pass rush as well. They can't they don't tackle. They really don't tackle. They don't tackle. They don't cover. They don't press. James Bradbury let Mike Evans steal his lunch money. Like Mike Evans was bullying this man. Adoree Jackson, he made one play off off Mike Evans not catching the ball. But aside from that, he hasn't done a damn thing this season. He's been an almost guy, an if and but guy. That's not a good thing. The Giants were without Logan Ryan. He got the 19, I believe, so he's, if I'm remembering correctly. So if I'm not, I apologize. But he missed the game, and that affected the Giants' defense. Not a lot of discuss, but yeah, because it's Tate Crowder and Xavier McKinney's only second-year play. They really couldn't disguise. They had Blake Martinez and Logan Ryan. They could have disguised. The defense would have been better. I don't really know how to evaluate Patrick Graham's defense because he seems to need they need time together to get in rhythm and know where to be on the field. And Tate Crowder's been okay, but he has not. There is something the Giants have been missing with him as opposed to Blake Martinez. So, there's that. It is what it is with it, but the Giants can't run. They can't stop the run. They can't stop the pass. They can't and situational football. They're just so bad at it. They couldn't force a third down. They couldn't convert third down. And when you can't do those things, you can't win a game. And the Giants have proven that they are some of the biggest bunch of bums I've had the displeasure to work with. So, let this be a lesson. Don't be like the New York Giants. Because then you end up firing coordinators in the middle of the season. You think it's just a fix here, fix there. No, the Giants got a lot to fix still. I like Ojolari, but I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if he's just not that dude. I don't know if he needs more experience, but they need another guy. They need to get they need to work on their depth because right now they don't have the depth is not good in certain spots. Now I saw I think 95 for the Giants. He made a few 95 or 94. He made a few plays. I like Quincy Roche, but I'd like him more as a rotational guy, not as a starter, if you will. Not as the every down guy, but like as a rotational guy, give you guys some rest. I'm with that. Lorenzo Carter, I think this is it for him. Same for Zimenez. A lot of the guys on the team, Julian Loves has his plays gone down. The team isn't very good. We've been through it, but the Giants are the worst team in the division. I personally think they've been the biggest disappointment in the NFL because they're expected to be competitive in this division. They are a joke. They are sorry. They don't deserve to share a field with any other NFL team as how they're playing. Like maybe it seems like the Lions, the Jets, but who cares about them? So yeah, let us officially say the Giants have become irrelevant. They are bums. They should be. I don't even want to talk about them no more. But they're my team, but they got to do something. Like it's starting to look like the Jets. Like when I say the ants, I really mean that they're not the Giants. They're just ants. They have come up small. They have not lived up to be what the Giants are. And it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Sucks when your team doesn't play well and they're not competitive and they're out. I don't. They're so bad. I don't even want to say Cancun for them because what I really want to do is leave them in the middle of the Sahara Desert to fend for themselves, at least figuratively, because that's how they played. You know, they have not shown anything that says Cancun. We like 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 elbow drop because that's what I feel like doing to them. Their season's over. I don't want them to try to win no more games. I'm not saying tank, but I mean, like, I don't want to see them be like, oh, we beat the Eagles. We still got a chance. Like, no. No, just be a bad team. And please, let's all get on with our lives. Like, Giants need a new quarterback. I don't know where the hell they're going to get one. I don't know if the draft is going to provide it for them. I don't know if it's free agency, but Daniel Jones is not the guy. He is a guy who does not deserve a contract extension, who has not earned the right to request a contract extension because he has not played well enough for that. $25 million a year. Shout out to Chris C. Shout out to Felton Moore. Uncle Frank, who did it this time. Shout out to my God. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to Seahawks Jose Rodriguez. Welcome to HDTV, Casino for Life. Ticket TV, Polo Sports Talking ENT. T Price. James Hayes on his channel. I think that's Nola Boy and Sports. I forget. I apologize. I'm so damn tired. Ticket TV. I think I said that right. All his channels. You got boxing channel, the pro basketball updates, all that. So do that. This is what happens when you're tired. Your team's bad. Trying to shout at everyone. You can barely remember anyone. But, all of them guys. Strictly No Limits to My Success. Nick Jacobs. T-Hub. Oh, man. And everyone, man. Appreciate it. Anyone catches this on the replay, appreciate you checking it out. Really do. Leave a like, share the video, comment, subscribe. I might do some more of these, providing I get some time and talk about whatever. I don't mind. And I'm just here. Half the dang on time anyway. Let me get to this game of New York beating the Lakers because the Lakers are a bad team. And hope everyone's having a good night, day, wherever you are in the world. Until next time. Appreciate you all. I'm Scrub Zero. Catch you on the flip side.